Live. Now let me just yell at people to get on chat.
Da 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 da. Put your comments in the chat below and da 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 da.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Live now. Okay, let's see here. Yell at 2 more people, and then I'll post on Twitter, and then we'll go. Let's see.
Wonderful. And I'll repost it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, hold on. I'm stupid. I forgot to put the link.
Okay.
I was just like, hey, get in here. Nothing. Live now. Get in. With. Hello, person that's here. Don't worry. We're just shilling out to people so they can see us here.
Cool. Is there like
up?
do I go anywhere to see a chat, like to
Oh, if you want to, you can open it on Twitch and then just kind of see that stuff. That's how we've been getting it to work, if that works for you. We're not we have a very low budget here at Mind Goblins.
That is all good.
All right, cool. Post is live, so feel free to do that, and then I'll start getting ready. And then we'll
shit. There we go. Okay.
Fantastic. Okay, let's see.
It and
hello, people that are here. So yeah, we got 1 person here, but that's fine. We just went live. Let's see. Anything else I can yell at? Oh, you know what? Actually, I have 1 more place I can yell at for people. Give me 1 second.
all right.
Okay. Hi, Cam. How are you?
Hi. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm well. Everybody who is here, welcome to Mind Goblins, where I, your host, Spats, will interview today Cam, your local Toyhax man. If you would be so great as to introduce yourself, Cam.
Hey everybody, I'm Cam. You've probably seen me around Twitter or, golly, a few years ago, YouTube. I basically I make Toyhax stickers.
Yeah. So
among other things. Golly, I'm busy.
Yeah, no, 100%. One thing I was going to ask you, friend. First thing, right off the bat, if you could describe your job to somebody who has no idea what you do, how would you do it?
A great question to start off the interview. Okay, so I usually will talk to people that my parents will introduce me to, and they're like, hey, this is our son, he does something you've never heard of before, but Cam, why don't you tell him? And I say, well, you know Transformers toys, right? And they go, yeah. And I say, I make aftermarket upgrade sticker sets for them. So somebody who has a Transformers toy, or sometimes we branch out into other toy lines, but very rarely.
Yeah.
We take that toy, we say, okay, where can this be improved? Are there any bits of paint that are missing, or how could we make this closer to a show model or an original toy? How can we make this look even cooler? And sometimes we totally riff and come up with our own shit.
Love it. Just want to thank Geek Central Station for following. Thank you. And also in the chat, we have Emily. Hello. Also.
Nice. Hello.
That's lovely. I am here for it. What I'm also here for is the actual upgrade stickers that you make.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, funny thing is, I don't know if you remember how we met. I believe it was I posted a picture of Draculus with a bendy wire cape,
Hmm.
and I can't remember. I think I was showing it to you because you had a bendy wire Skeletor, and I was like, "Oh yeah, look at this. This is cool." And you were like, "Yeah, this is cool."
Right.
And then what happened was
Yeah.
I saw your Twitter handle, and I was like, "Oh, hello, fellow Toyhax enjoyer," because I thought you were. I assumed that it was like, "Oh yeah, you also like Toyhax. I like Toyhax too." Um, and then I looked into it. I was like, "Oh, you make the Toyhax. Oops."
Yeah. No, I mean it's all good. That's practically the way that it started anyway. I mean,
Hmm.
I was just a feverish Toy Hacks customer.
Oh sure.
Golly, it must have been years that I would buy all kinds of stuff from them
Hmm.
before I even joined the company.
Sure.
But that would have been an apt description. Cam, your local Toy Hacks man.
Lovely, lovely. Um, Speaking of your introduction to the company, I'm very curious. How long have you been a part of Toy Hacks, as it were now?
It's kind of a long time now thinking about it.
Hmm.
I started in November of 2016.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah,
sure, sure, sure.
it yeah, it's been quite a long while.
Wow.
What, maybe 7, 8 years?
Something like that. That sounds about right.
Something like
Yeah,
yeah.
that's insane. Um,
Yeah.
the this also leads me to, well, specifically when it comes to you and the team of Toy Hacks. How many people usually work on a individual sticker set?
Well, it really varies. I
Hmm.
mean, I've done entire sets on my own,
Sure.
and but that's a really rare case.
Yeah.
Usually there will be um somebody working with die lines, they get the toy, they make all of the correct shapes, and then somebody else will do color matching and they'll
Hmm.
get all the proper colors to the artist. Um, there's somebody who does play testing, make sure that the stickers don't rub off,
Oh
when
wow.
it's played with.
Yeah.
People who, of course, do photography, and it all varies between people who do this stuff in house or freelancers like
Sure.
myself.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of that. Each of these individual stages, um, differentiated.
Sure. And how much can you go on like the pipeline when it comes from like pitch to sticker release?
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Hmm.
Um, so for the pitch, usually for me, I am the person who's feverishly saying to my bosses, "Can we please do this figure? Can we
Lovely.
please do this figure?"
Love it.
I I'm usually like the person who's the monkey on the back.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this might sell, it might not, but I really would like to see this made.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm able to convince them. So once they agree, okay, we'll do this direction for a set, then we have a concept or a project sheet. The two aren't the same exactly, but sometimes they can be combined into a single document.
Sure.
But a project sheet is somewhere you take pictures of the toy and you draw on it and you say, okay, right here, dead center in the chest, we want a logo.
Yeah.
And over here on the arm, reference the G1 toy.
Hmm.
Over here on the leg, let's do something that looks like electricity or like a vague text-based description.
Hmm.
And sometimes we'll have a reference that's put into that document. It'll say, make it look kind of like this.
Hmm.
And then sometimes for really high concept sets, like I'll give you a really good example. The new synthwave set that we did.
Sure. Here, let me
It
look that up so people
Yeah,
can know what we're talking about. And synthwave. Uh, Tell me because I'm dumb.
Synthwave is the G2 sideswipe.
Oh, I see. Here, let's see. Yo, that looks rad.
Thank
Hold
you.
on. Let's go to our reaction cam. All right. Look at that. All right. Explain this one.
Okay, so Synthwave is a set that they came up with in-house,
Mm,
and they said, okay, we want all of these G2 sets to look like maybe, what should I say? Each one of these sets has a different name that's kind of like a different style of music. You've got
sure.
synthwave, you've got acid house, uh, you've got I forget what we called jazz. Um, but anyway, like really cool names. Yeah,
uh,
this artwork I think was done by Dusty Griffin. He's phenomenal. I've met him in person.
oh, lovely. Yeah, this looks
Yeah,
great. I love
yeah,
the glow sticks for
right.
the daggers. That is really fun.
Yeah, lava lamp. That was the Mirage one. I forgot the name of that one.
Yo, that's really good. That is really good.
Yeah, we tried to make all of them able to be different characters so that you would have less of a hard time being like, okay, I need to have two side swipes in my collection. Do I really need
Sure.
that?
Yeah.
But if you say it's another character, then it's a lot easier to, justify for yourself.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, I can totally have that and love it. So, that synthwave set is it's kind of based on an art style. I don't know if you've seen it before,
Mm,
but it's a very like Adobe Illustrator kind of it's got gradients and it's got
yeah.
hot colors and it's very 80s.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And
I am an
right.
enjoyer synthwave.
Oh, great. Okay, so
Mm.
you know exactly what I'm talking
Oh yeah.
about. Okay. So, in order to translate that to this toy and do something wildly different from, that one shot of concept art from the 90s,
Hmm.
um, they made a concept and they said to me, all right, we want something that kind of looks like this. And they drew over just one shot of the car mode.
Yeah.
And they said, "Can you get us started with the chest for this one, the hood for this one,
Hmm.
and we'll be able to use all of those assets as we go on and make the rest of the toy."
Yeah.
So then I was able to take that concept that looks a lot like these photos
Yeah.
and turn it into a proper vector image, and then I sent it back.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Very cool.
Oh, so we were talking about the pipeline. I may
Yes.
have dwelled on this a bit too
No,
much.
no worries. It's a great. We are here for tangents. That's what
Great,
makes it fun.
good. Okay.
Hmm.
Then we got the concept. Okay. So after that, and we got the project sheet, and everybody's decided on what areas we're going to cover.
Hmm.
Then somebody will make the die lines,
Yeah.
which are the cut lines,
Uh-huh.
And sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
I don't know how to. It's like it's got my phone synced up to my computer, and I got my phone on silent, but I don't have the computer on silent because I need to hear you.
Nah, no worries.
So I have no idea. Um, where was I?
You were talking about the die lines, specifically the cuts on the sheet.
Right,
Hmm.
right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody measures and draws all of those out, and that is a process that I am barely learning to understand myself.
Gotcha.
Uh, so somebody does that magic. It's
Yeah.
magic to me.
Magic.
And then they send them to me, and I find all the references that I need. It can be from usually I prefer first-hand sources,
Yeah, of course.
right? Um, I'll do comic books. I'll find the original box art.
Hmm.
I'll look for every media instance that there are because you need all the information that you can possibly have
Yeah.
in order to make a toy that can satisfy everyone because everyone else probably knows way more about the character than you do.
100%. Yeah.
And like I've been deep in this shit since I was 4.
Sure.
I consider myself to be really, lost in the sauce, but there is always somebody who knows it better.
Yeah.
So that is the person that I have to please. So
Gotcha.
I do all those references. I do my art, and it can take maybe 3 days to a week. Um, and then I send that back, and then they do their magic printing process and cutting, and that's another thing that I also I regret to say is magic to me.
Yeah.
But they do a phenomenal job, and then they produce it, put it on the toy, take stellar photos of it, and make the photo maps, which are pointing to this sticker. This one's number 1. This one's number 2.
Yeah.
And then they make sure that everything is good. There are no errors, and we go ahead and run it. And it goes up live on the site.
Love it.
Yeah.
Super, super cool. Speaking of pitches, I would love to hear, what is your most hear me out you had to do for any pitch?
Oh boy, I've had a few.
Yeah. Give us a little stroll down memory lane with a couple of them. I'd love to hear this out.
Okay. Do you remember the Selects? Oh, it was the jump starter. Don't remember his name, but he's red and blue, and he's like Twin Twist, but maybe he's called like Saltman.
Saltman. Let's see.
I am totally blanking on his name right now.
Oh no, you're good.
He's the Diaclone repaint of the Titans Return Twin Twist mold. He was in the Wreckers capsule.
Sure. Yeah,
that's right.
Let's see. I'm finding some for like Legacy Twin Twist. Let's see. Labels for TR Twin Twist.
Oh no. I'm that one.
This one.
No, you had it. The one on the right that was darker.
Oh, the red one. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. All right. My boy. Ooh, very fancy.
Okay. This is I want to say the kosher set that we put out.
Okay.
I had a hear me out pitch that I swear to you, it was responded to with crickets.
Okay.
And it was really off the wall.
Oh, tell me.
But hear me out.
Okay.
This toy has Mario.
Bro. Yeah. Was that the whole pitch? Did you go more into it?
I made a little mock-up on my phone, like not like Photoshop level, but I just drew with my little sausage fingers on my phone, and I said, "See the vision," and it was like I took the blue from the shins up to the torso and made little suspenders.
Overalls,
yeah. And then I took the 2 guns and you plug them together, and it makes a really flat surface. And I put a 1-up mushroom on that surface.
Bro. I love that. It also makes sense because he's a headmaster, so you're like, oh yeah, he's the small Mario now.
Yeah, exactly. And that other Mario is colored from it could be colored from one of those really older Mario designs from like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So either way, it kind of works.
That is hilarious. And this, judging by the lack of not hearing this everywhere, I'm assuming the pitch didn't go forward.
Yeah, they just crickets, nothing.
Is there any others that we would like to take a look at?
Do you want other stuff that never got made or stuff that did get made?
I want stuff that never got made originally. Like, that's fun.
Okay. There is another that I can tell you about.
Okay.
It was right after we did Studio Series Dark of the Moon Ratchet.
Okay.
We had all the die lines.
Mm-hmm.
We figured out how to match the green.
Yeah.
Because it's super, I don't want to say pungent. It's a vibrant green.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So after we made that, I said, okay, guys, we got all the assets. Hear me out. Ratchet, the Space Ranger, as
Excuse me.
in Buzz Lightyear,
Love it. Bro.
right? He's got that vibrant green. He's got some of that light gray that can be skewed towards white.
Yeah.
I forget, but no, I didn't. I didn't make a mock-up of this. I drew it out on a piece of paper with colored pencils.
Bro.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I was like, no, 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 check it out. You can totally do it. The red and white stripes go here, and the purple would go here, and it looks like the spaceship. And it just, again, didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I see you were doing the collaborative with Hasbro before Hasbro did. I'm here for it.
The collaborative?
Yeah, because you know how they'll have like, oh yeah, the
Oh,
Jurassic
right,
Park.
crossover.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
And I am such a Buzz Lightyear fanboy. Like, anywhere I can fit that into my life, I will.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking
But
of
it was
Buzz,
really out there.
well, I mean, if you're gonna talk about Buzz Lightyear, I had like
Yeah.
remind me to pick your brain about the movie here in a second.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Were there any other examples you wanted to talk about? Like possibly even ones that like hear me out and it did get made?
Yeah. I wrote down a small list. Let me just find it.
Sure.
Okay. Um, Legacy Bulkhead into Age of Extinction Hound.
Ooh, interesting.
That did get made. I had to fight pretty hard for that one. Because I think among the few of us that are on the team, I am probably the most adamant movie enjoyer,
Sure.
and that's probably why we don't do that many studio series sets. Unfortunately, a lot of the ones that get made are I don't want to say a lot of them, but I know that I've definitely had to push a few through. So, right, Age of Extinction Hound. That one I was able to say there are so many similarities here.
I mean,
And-
like you can see it in the jawline and the hat specifically.
Right. I said, I think that we can do this in a way where you can really pick and choose some labels to go with Bulkhead in one of two different looks. We had animated and prime variants in that same set.
I mean, I see that you did it with the mold multiple times because we also have Legacy for General Optimus Prime.
That one was a really cool idea by my boss. I wish I had
Gotcha.
the foresight to think of that one myself.
Got it.
But that's a brilliant set.
Love it. No, but I mean, you guys are really creative when it comes to the fun aspect of like turning one toy into another. I mean, I'll tell you right now, my favorite one. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off one more time.
No, you didn't.
Oh, sure. The one that probably my favorite that you showed me, is the animated long arm out of Galactic Man.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one's definitely my favorite.
Hold on, let's take a look. Let's take a look here.
Come to think of it,
What's up?
that may also have been one of those severe hear me out sets.
Oh yeah.
Because like what I love doing when I do like a conversion set is I want to find some way to make it different through a fan mode or a different arrangement of accessories.
Yeah.
And the way that Long Arm got made was I was messing around with the parts and I put it to Twitter and I said, take a look at these photos and like, do you kind of see where I'm going with this? And it got a lot of response. And so with that response, I was able to take that to my boss and say, this may have some legs.
Yeah.
And I further convinced him, and that was eventually how we were able to get that set made, piggybacking off of we're already going to do a Galactic Man.
Yeah.
So let's fit that in there.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, it's I'm not gonna lie. So I've been a fan of Toyhax for a bit now, and it's mostly because I come from a background of Games Workshop minis and painting and stuff like that. I really like adding, like, elevating something from just plastic, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so without trying to get into painting and stuff, I was like, oh, decals are fun. Like you can get some nice foil on some characters and stuff. I didn't
Hmm.
even like before I reached out to you for an interview. I didn't even realize that you could take just like apply stickers and make it a completely different figure. It's insane.
Yeah. It is a gorgeous and mind-blowing process. It's always so rewarding whenever you can get it done and have it exist, and it's something that wasn't there before.
Oh yeah,
Um, I had a lot of inspiration from the guy who did most of them before me,
sure.
Jason Metcalf.
Okay,
He, I know that he's around Twitter somewhere. Uh, I forget his username,
sure,
but yeah, Jason Metcalf was the brain behind a lot of older conversion sets,
sure.
and yeah, I was like, oh man, I want to be him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool. No, I mean, when it comes to these conversion pieces and stuff, it's just really inspiring from I guess, a creative point of view in terms of just like a hobbyist,
Hmm.
coming from, again, Warhammer and stuff and conversions and stuff is all the rage. The idea of like how little actual physical work you can do to sell something as a conversion, um,
Mm,
goes a long way. Goes a long way. Well done.
thank you.
Speaking of these kind of things, what would you say is your favorite like project you've worked on personally?
Ooh. Okay, this is a hard one for me
Yes.
because it is really difficult to narrow down the scope of my enthusiasm.
Yes.
Um, I wrote down a small list.
Uh-huh.
I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no worries.
Uh,
Name off as many lists as you can.
okay, so uh, I think these are in time order because I
Hmm.
once I make these sets, I will download the photo maps to my phone in like a special folder, and I update that
Sure.
every now and then. So I was going through this folder and going, oh yeah, that one, that's a good one. So the first one I've got for you is Titan's Return Perceptor.
Okay. So there. Let's go to React Cam. Bro. Hold on. Let's see. I see labels. Did I just? I think I spelled it wrong. No, yeah, I'm just stupid. Because I got labels for TR Spencer, and we got the Mountain Dew. Uh,
Oh, that is a gorgeous set.
that's pretty funny. I didn't see that one. Here, Titan's Return Perceptor. Am I just stupid? Might be. You
You
talk
might have
about
an
it
easier
while I
time
try
if
and
you
find
just
it.
do TR Perceptor.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Anyway, so this Perceptor was God, it was a passion project for me. I put in like a little Easter egg from every one of his spotlight episodes from G1, and
Hmm.
um, it's got Bumblebee and Hound mini size, and they're hiding inside a little cubby that pops up when you turn them into microscope mode. It's got a vial of Chorus Stop. It's got a pencil. Um,
Ooh.
and something else, but I can't remember exactly what's in there. Oh, and the chest options that we did on this. I don't know how they did it, but they made that chest sticker look like glass. It's so glossy and oh man, it pops.
That looks really nice. I'm looking at it
There
now.
it is. Yeah. There was a microchip. And
Yeah.
for we did Legos too. I was like, okay, so why don't we do a 2x2 and a 1x1 to make it look like you can shrink the microchip?
Uh huh.
And so I did all these things and had the Studio Series one not come out, I think this one would have stayed as my Perceptor
Oh, definitely.
because I adore this toy. Oh, and on the side, right where it says X14 with the magnification, there's another sticker for that area that says Eidenstein, quality science equipment since 1985 or something like that.
Love it.
And um, I got to meet Paul Eiding at TFCon a few years ago, and
Yo.
I showed him my sticker set. There it is, yeah, Eidenstein. And I wanted to be sure to tell him like I loved everything you put into this character, and I hope that this can be like a love letter to everything that you've done with this and with the franchise, and it was really cool. He loved it.
That's great. And
Yeah,
just to for those who are in the know, who is Eidenstein?
Paul Eiding is the voice of Perceptor
Lovely.
in Generation 1.
Yes. That is awesome that you were able to like, hey, look at this. That is fun.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. So that one's still got a special place in my collection. I've got like a different shelf where I keep sticker sets that I've worked on and that are now irrelevant. Like,
Mm,
there's another Perceptor, there's another Sideswipe, there's another so on and so forth.
yeah.
And those, they should be on the shelves where they belong, like with Legacy or War for Cybertron. But I don't want to get rid of these ones because I love them too much.
I mean, I do not blame you. That is like I very much have like a little corner for my like, yeah, well, this is an army man I painted with my first paints and stuff like that, and he's not great, but like I love him though.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's sentimental like that.
Oh yeah. No, 100%, 100%, I understand. Um were there any others that we would want to touch on, because you said you had a list?
Yeah, I'll try to go quicker.
Oh, take your
Um,
time.
Titans Return Triptychon.
Ooh.
That was my first Titan. And I also want to specify, like, each Titan isn't just on one person's shoulders.
Yeah.
That is like a Jaeger's amount of information, and you gotta share the mental load. Um, for that one, I think we had maybe three designers on that set.
Let's take a look.
And most of my job was billboards.
Hmm.
I made the
Oh, really?
billboards on that set. Yeah, I wanted to make it look like, okay, this is a Decepticon city. What does that mean? Maybe um, these guys have something that they can do on their downtime. So I advertised Swindle has a casino on level 7, and come try this new NGEX. If it's blacklisted, it has to be good.
Bro, that's
And
awesome.
it was a lot of fun. There's a nightclub where Flame War is performing for one night only. Uh, oh, what else did I put? Oh yeah, Triptychon cereal.
Yeah,
I
I
made a
saw.
billboard for that.
Hold on, let's see. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if you can see it. This little thing of this little happy dinosaur eating some cereal. Oh, I love that. Oh, there's the flame war. Oh, that's awesome,
Hmm.
bro.
Hmm.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh God, that was so much fun to do.
Uh huh.
And then there's a directory. It's a really big label, but
Yeah.
it says like third floor apparel, fourth floor shoes and accessories.
Man,
Not
that is.
literally that, but with that vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's fantastic. I mean, it really sells it as like, oh, this is a city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a base mode, because usually base modes are just like, here's the robot but flat. You know.
Right, right. You gotta give
Oh,
it specificity.
that is adorable. I love the little headmasters just chilling. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that is adorable. Well done. Well done. That's fantastic. This
Thank
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Was there any more that we would like to touch upon with this set, or are we moving on to the next
you.
one?
Yeah. Oh, on this set,
Oh,
that's
sure. Yeah,
pretty
please.
much where the
Oh, sure.
majority of my attention
Got it.
went.
Yeah.
just that central hub in the base mode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they made it into the set, but
Mhm.
I made a couple of posters that, I mean, they just kind of got stuck around. Like
Yeah.
in urban areas, sometimes you'll see like an abundance of posters that were kind of just hurriedly glued up and might be peeling or tearing down.
Yeah.
I put up a couple of posters, one which was for a wrestling match between Tripticon and Metroplex,
That's
and it was
awesome.
like, be there. And it had a Japanese style versus logo,
Hmm.
and impossibly too fine print to read.
Hmm.
There is legal jargon about attending this event is, we're not responsible for any loss of life or limb. If you're near this, you attend at your own risk.
Love it.
Just ridiculous stuff. And then there was a movie poster
Uh-huh.
uh, for Motormaster,
Yeah.
and it was like a French film.
Sick.
Yeah. Anyway, so those were a couple little posters. I love to put stuff like that um, into the Titan sets. That's what
Oh
makes
yeah.
them so much fun.
You have a lot of real estate, so you can just kind of go ham.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you can make use of space that otherwise was unusable or uninteresting and would have gotten completely ignored.
Oh yeah.
Great example of that is the new Cybertron Metroplex set that we
Sure.
did.
Yeah.
In that one, there are compartments in the knees that open up, and they can connect to ramps, but there's otherwise nothing else going on in there.
Mhm.
So I took that and made it a hallway for employee lockers and a time punch, um, like a time punch station.
Bro, that is insane. I love the little motivation poster you put here.
Yeah, yeah. Metroplex, like, let's cut this problem down to size.
Yeah.
There are a
Oh.
couple more. One is like a work safety poster, and it's got, um, oh, what was his drill bit? It's got the Micromaster or Minicon drill bit, and he's
Uh-huh.
like on crutches and he's hobbling. And it was like days without incident. One, scratch it out. One, scratch it out. One, scratch it out.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, here it is. I just love it.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that is amazing that you like so I think I saw this a bit with the arc one that you did because I've been meaning to pick up the arc for the longest time, but I've just been like comically poor. Um I love that you guys can like just take like, yeah, this is hollow, but we're gonna do something with it and make it like a feature, you know?
Yeah, make it a little place to stand up some dudes.
Yeah, just stand up some dudes. Oh man, that is fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Um,
right.
yeah.
Next, I will direct your attention
Hmm.
to Power of the Primes Pyro.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Ooh. His eyes are very pink.
Mm-hmm. We had to have that neon in there.
It's important.
So this was one of my first conversion sets.
Sure.
The first, like, hear me out
Yeah.
one.
I'm saying that.
I was really, golly, I mean, the Wreckers comic is so good, but there's like no representation of that pyro. So when you've got something that's close, might as well do what you can to make the best of it. And what's really cool is that after this was made,
Hmm.
there were some people on Shapeways and other like 3D printing sites that were making accessories like a new head or a new chest to go with this sticker set.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind.
That's awesome.
I love when people do that.
Oh yeah, no. I do a lot of 3D printing myself, and whenever I can get
Yeah.
really nice accessories and stuff, like it's like, yeah, I need this to be here. Definitely, the toy hacks like sell me on it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Of course. Uh,
So, wait.
yes.
Okay. I lost my notes. I have them back.
No worries.
Um, Siege Soundwave.
Siege Soundwave. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a fun one because, uh, first of all, Soundwave is my favorite Transformers character.
Sure.
A bit basic, but I do not give a fuck.
No, no.
Soundwave,
He's popular for a reason.
yeah, my God, he's so good.
No.
He's blue, my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
He's mysterious. He has that voice. He's got the cassettes that pop out. He's got a little family. You can make it cute if you want to. You can make it sinister if you want to. I
Love
mean,
it.
the guy is so versatile.
Yeah.
So, okay, the cool thing about this set is that I was able to kind of figure out a boombox mode
Yeah, I
for him.
saw that here. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if this was intentional. It seemed like some things were meant to line up because
Mm.
there's like a little antenna that pops out
Uh-huh.
that doesn't seem to have any other purpose.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
And the missile pods being so similar to speakers,
Yeah.
how could I not?
Oh, I didn't even
So,
realize that. Wow.
right, it's like a Cybertronian version of a boombox that
Uh-huh.
it's similar, you can recognize it,
Uh-huh.
but it's not, so limited by it has to be exactly the rectangle.
Uh-huh. No, that's great. I like
Yeah.
that yeah, cuz I mean, I have the legacy redone of this one, and
Hmm.
the ship's okay.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Mhm. Oh, that's awesome.
I will say the Sound Blaster set, even though
Mhm.
I had more fun with Soundwave, the Sound Blaster version of this
Uh-huh.
was a completely different direction.
Oh
It
yeah.
wasn't just a recolor. Like
Gotcha.
some places, yeah, were, but
Uh-huh.
uh, I have kind of a headcanon about Sound Blaster.
Oh, good, please do tell.
So, you know how when Transformers die, they turn grayscale,
Yes.
right? Soundwave was killed by Blaster,
Uh-huh.
and then his cassette minions took what remnants they could and tried to rebuild their master from the ground up.
Uh-huh.
And in my head, I'm thinking he's mostly dead.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be alive.
Yes.
So I kind of took it in a very Frankenstein direction. There are little greeble labels here and there that are like um, patches of metal that are riveted in place that are supposed to cover holes, and they're leaking, and some of the rivets have come loose, and now the panel is swinging and it's made a streak in the metal, and it it looks like it's a little undead,
Wow.
you know?
Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. The no, it's just nice to be able to pick your brain on the thoughts and stuff, because like I think that when it comes to toy hacks, a lot of you guys are known for the Easter eggs and stuff that you guys put into it, and just kind of hearing the
Mm,
thought process of that is awesome.
yeah. I mean, I can't speak for other designers, but
Sure.
for me, putting in the Easter eggs is part of telling the story
Oh yeah.
for the figure. And if you can elaborate on something and do so in a way that's specific enough to be able to figure out what a character has done or where they've been or what their backstory is,
Yeah.
then you help bring that character to life. It really makes it more than just a toy or just, like a stress pickup at your Walmart after a bad day. It
Sure.
makes it like you have more of a connection with this toy.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Well done.
Thank you.
Were there any more like kind of big ones that you wanted to highlight before you move it on?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, I've got 3 more, and I
Okay,
know that
sure.
you have other.
Let's go. Oh no, you are good.
Okay.
Yes.
Studio Series 44, Optimus Prime.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. Here, talk about it a little bit while I try and find it.
Okay. This Optimus Prime is the one that I show people whenever they come over to my house, and they're like, "Hey, have you done anything cool lately? Have you done any sticker sets that you really like?" And I take this one out and I show them.
Yeah.
This Optimus Prime was another one that I talked over with my boss, and between this and Studio Series 32, the single release, I was like, okay, these toys are similar enough. Why don't we make one set that can cover the robot, and then one set for the trailer, and then depending on whichever robot you have, you can still use the same sticker set for the cab section.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, listen, there has never been an Optimus Prime toy that has had exactly accurate flames. I want to do that.
Sure.
So they let me go hog wild. I practically wrapped that entire toy with
Seeing
how
that,
many
yeah.
areas I requested, and I was like, we have to have it. I'm sorry, we have to have it. So these flames have the proper light blue pinstriping, and they have all the accurate shaping. They've got the drop shadow. It's got the fade on the nose. Um, if unless there was any area that they told me I physically couldn't, I did everything that I possibly could to
Yeah.
make this as accurate as it could possibly be.
I mean, I'm just gonna add this to my cart real quick. And yep.
Thank you very much.
Of course. No, that's awesome. That
Yeah.
like because you don't realize it until you pointed out, but yeah, like just that like I always wondered what especially movie Optimus is missing, and it's just that gradient. You never see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well done.
Yeah. And it has alts for alternate stickers
Uh-huh.
for the different torso pieces that you can put in for movie 1, movie 3.
Oh
Um, it's got a couple of very subtle variations, like the silver stripe on the nose. That's Dark of the Moon.
yeah,
But like when I tell you I researched this thing to the freaking limit,
yeah.
this one took like 3 or 4 months for me to do. I went frame by frame through every movie, every the first 3 basically,
Bro.
and I would try and find as many dead on screen caps as I possibly could of every surface, and I took pictures of them on my phone or screen grabs on my computer, and I was not satisfied until I was sure that the the vectors for the flames were proper and accurate.
Yeah.
And it is so hard, but it eventually you figure out how to search for these things like hero prop vehicle, behind the scenes construction. I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
there were things where I was able to track down where some of these real life props were and who had taken photos of them and when, what events they had been shown up to for press releases. It was nuts.
Bro.
So
That is intense.
it was so intense. I was so tired.
And by my understanding, like this was less of like, hey, you should do this, and more of like, no, I need to do it right. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. That's
With
intense.
less, we need you to do this, and more, I need to do this. Let me
Yeah.
do this.
Oh,
I beg you.
100%. Please give me the
Please let me.
resources.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
The
that.
the trailer jetpack was
Uh-huh.
hard too, because like that thing is always moving. It's never perfectly still, and you hardly ever get a steady shot of just the back
Mhm.
of the jet while it's going. But I think I got it pretty good. It was hard to verify, but I'm happy with it. You know, it,
Yeah.
it is as accurate as I could make it.
If you don't mind me asking, it seems the trailer is under a separate. Um, I can't seem to find it here on the site. Do you mind yelling at me where it would be under?
Try typing in SS44.
Okay.
See what that does.
No. Here, let's.
Oh, it just brings that one up. Okay.
New series 44. Yeah, because all I'm finding is that one. I can't seem to find the cab. Sorry, I'm just finding the cab. I can't seem to find the one with the trailer. Oh, here it is. All right, let's see.
Found
Yep. Yo. Wow. Oh, that's a lot of stuff you put on here.
Yeah.
You put the stickers on the side because yeah, in the movie, these gray turbines are all Optimus like they have all
Right.
the flame details and stuff. Yeah, well done.
Right. It's easy to miss,
Oh
but
yeah,
once you really slow it down, they're there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And all
Also,
the weapons too.
you got the Cybertronian on the blades too.
Yeah. God, those came out so good, especially the shield. That one's got like oil drips and scratches and splattered energon. It's gorgeous in person.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that is probably the set that I put the most work into.
Got it.
Yeah.
What would you say? So next one then. So if this one's the like most amount of work you put in, what is this next one for you?
Okay, this is another hear me out.
Okay,
But
let's
it's
go.
select lift ticket.
Lift ticket. LG lift ticket. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Well done.
Yep.
That's adorable.
Yep. It may be one of our few sets where I ask them to help us take away detail, but I said, okay, I don't know if you know this toy, but I love this toy and a whole bunch of others do, but it's the first movie All-Spark Power Salvage.
Uh-huh.
It it's a repaint of Dropkick.
Yeah.
He's a pickup truck, and he's got a reference to the Witwicky's towing on there.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
I was like, okay, I know that my boss really loves the first run of Marvel Comics. I know that the salvage toy was referencing those Marvel Comics. And then those Marvel Comics were referencing another TV show from like the 70s, even older than that.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, we can also spin this as like a Marvel continuity figure. So it's the Witwicky's family towing truck.
That
And
is fantastic.
yeah, and oh, and the I'm sure you've seen it, but the gun, I turned that into a safety cone.
Yeah. Yeah, here, let's see. Get a better. That's adorable.
Yeah, something you can just like set off to the side and be like, wee woo.
Wee woo. Oh, I love that. That is fantastic. That's adorable.
Thank you.
Yeah. So by my understanding, we have one more to look at. Or is it two more?
One more.
One
Yeah,
more.
one
All right.
more.
What's up?
And then we can Holiday Prime.
Oh yes. So this is where I first learned about Toyhax was this one because I wanted the Holiday
Yeah.
Prime because it was a unique mold for um the like Optimus, and like the engineering was really fun. And I got it for Christmas and all that jazz. But then I think it
Oh,
was Longfang, he's a streamer. He pointed out like, oh yeah, this elevates the set significantly, and I have to agree, it is
yeah.
adorable. I love it. Please tell
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is a lot. It's another set that I had a lot of creative input on,
Uh-huh.
and I took a lot of the creative reins on it.
Mm-hmm.
This,
Ha,
okay,
Reigns.
so reins, exactly, yeah. Um, my last name is Holiday,
Bro.
and I have like a really special place in my heart for holiday decoed toys.
Yeah.
My first that set off the whole obsession was sometime in the mid to late 90s. There
Uh-huh.
was a holiday hero, Buzz Lightyear,
Yes.
and he is covered in like green and red chrome, and he's got a little mistletoe that you can stick to his dome, and he says, "I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Light Year."
Love it.
And like, come in, Rudolph. A whole bunch of these unique phrases, and he's just so campy, and I love him to bits. So I went as camp as Christmas on this holiday prime set.
I am in love with all the Easter eggs and stuff, especially in the trailer.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Those little drawers are filled with like bows and ribbons and tape and other things that you need. Oh, okay, zooming out a little bit, the whole trailer is a gift wrapping station,
Yes.
and the reindeer Rudolph robot is the gift wrapper,
Yeah.
and all of the toys on the left side are just coming from the assembly line, and then the crane can grab those, wrap them in the middle with the tube of wrapping paper there and the tape on the
Uh-huh.
little cutting mat, and then it moves them to the left, and all of those presents are wrapped, and they then go to the holding dimension for the sleigh, which you can also then see on the inside of Prime's chest. That little
The
window
Matrix
folds down.
chamber. Yeah.
Right. That is a little bit of a reference from animated, where Swindle has a private, what was it, a private transwarp dimension
Yeah, that he
where he
just puts
stored all of his.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, Prime's got to have one of those.
Oh yeah.
That answers where he keeps enough presents for the entire galaxy.
Awesome.
So then you can just reach in there, pop out a new present. Here you go. Here you go.
No, that's I mean, I do love like, hey, why is Optimus Prime Santa Claus? Well, you see, Santa is missing. It's Rudolph
Yeah,
Santa.
yeah. That was my boss's idea. He was like, "We really like Die Hard, so we'll put in the building from Die Hard,
I see
and we'll
that.
say that they
Yeah.
kidnapped Santa, and we're gonna save Santa, but also he needs help, so we got to take over."
And of course, you have the Pepsi machine. A little throwback to Pepsi Convoy, I'm assuming.
Right, right. Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. I you can't read it here, but I'll tell you right now, the naughty and nice lists are very adorable. Like,
Oh yeah.
because for instance, Shockwave is naughty, but Soundwave is nice, which is my favorite. Like they're on the same line for each other. It's really funny.
Right. Right. Yeah, because Soundwave's a good dad.
Yeah, he's a good dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that
Yeah.
no, that the Holiday Prime set, legitimate. Oh, and one of my favorite details. So like when this blaster came out, specifically the Ion Blaster for Prime, and it just
Mhm.
like it was just airbrushed lines on it and stuff. I love how much depth you could add to it just by gold-plated sticker. But no, see, it's a coal shooter, which is
Yeah.
stupid. I love it so much.
Yeah. And the coal loading box at the back. Yeah.
Oh no, well done, well done. Yeah, this is the one that really got me into Toyhax, and I was like, I have to have more. It's important.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I mean, of any of the ones that could be a good hook for you, like this is a really good one.
Yeah. Oh no, like 100%, guys. If you have this figure, you need to get this label set. Like, learn
Yeah.
how to do stuff, practice. I don't know, making, uh, like snowflakes with duct tape if you have to. But just like for reals, get this set. It's fantastic. It elevates the figure so much. I mean, I know now that I'm definitely gonna get the Studio Series 44 for my Optimus, just because, like, yeah, those, like, for instance, I have the one that was came in the like 5-pack, and some of the paint's great and some of the paint's awful. So definitely, I'm gonna slap these on there just to get that gradient going.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, the definitely gonna get the long arm one, just because, like, with all the new Legacy animated stuff, like, I can't just not have them there. I have a Galaxy Man Shockwave because I couldn't afford the normal one. Now I'm getting the normal one because of the 3-pack with the Nemesis Bridge, so I have to do something with
Oh
them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah.
So
And you're absolutely right. This Long Arm Prime looks so good next to the other new animated guys.
yeah.
It's
Well,
wonderful.
speaking of the animated ones, I would like to take a little pit stop at the animated Optimus and Bumblebee.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Those are wonderful sets. I didn't have anything to do with these, but I
Oh, sure.
agree they are lovely.
Yeah, no, these ones. See, I like these ones in particular because. So, one thing that I always have whenever they do anything animated and they're trying to replicate the, like, the kind of character, I think that they skip out on facial expressions. One of
Hmm.
those things, I think, like, for instance, if you look at, like, I don't think Legacy Knockout is that bad. The thing that shuts him down for me is that he has a neutral face. And the thing is,
Hmm.
Knockout is not a neutral kind of guy. He has
Yeah.
a shit-eating grin the entire time, you know? I mean, like, that's
Yeah.
why I even have, funnily enough, I have the original one, and whoever had the original one put the original Toyhax stickers on it. And,
Hmm.
yeah, so he's nice because, you know, they modeled his grin and stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I really like this one, because on Bumblebee, like, yes, his, like, modeled mouth is kind of cool and stuff, but they add, like, so much personality with these labels, like, for reals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever we can, I try to push. Let's make some facial expressions.
Yeah.
It's just the with most of the figures that are out there, they have molded lips, and
Yeah.
they would completely ruin any kind of sticker they put on top of there. And
Yeah.
but Bumblebee is in such a case where he's got a nice, smooth, flat mouth.
Yeah.
So, oh, I'm so glad that they did that here where they could.
Yeah. No, that's phenomenal. That the other one, I think specifically, oh, what was it? Oh yeah, it was Strong Arm was another one, because the thing is, you guys gave her pupils, and I didn't know that's what
Yeah,
I needed from her. Because the thing is,
right.
I love Strong Arm, but I wasn't super there for the Legacy figure. But then I saw what you guys did with it. It's like, oh yeah, because she has soulless eyes. Like,
Yeah.
just that little addition of pupils. Like, oh, perfect. Here, let's see. Oh, Strong Arm, not Long Arm. Where is she? There she is. Perfect. Yeah, no, the pupils add so much to that face. And you even have options
Yeah.
for having the pupils point in different directions. Ah, well done.
Yeah, that is nuts. I can't remember the last time we had movable eyes.
Not the it adds so much personality to the figures, and I think that's what's important, because the thing about Transformers, I think that Dr. Lockdown put it really well, is that they're people is the thing. They're characters, and they should have, like, personality and stuff like that. And I feel that, like, sometimes that doesn't translate into toy form as much as it used to. So, like, just small little additions of, yeah, you can put the eye placement and stuff, like, that adds so much to the personality of the figure.
It so does.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Well done, everyone.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, running the gambit of different toy hacks and just getting your input on it. I mean, of course, I was going to bring up Holiday Prime if you didn't, so I'm happy that you did. Uh,
Good. Good.
the, yeah. So shifting a little bit, let's talk about you personally, right?
Okay.
So what other hobbies do you have, like outside of the big Transformers one?
Well, I do collect other toy lines as well.
Of course.
Um, I love Marvel,
Yes.
Marvel Legends. I love Star Wars Black Series.
Oh yeah.
I collect those.
Good,
Um,
good stuff.
for me, like half of my Marvel Legends stuff is all Iron Man.
Love it.
I I have like a Hall of Armor display of almost every Iron Man that Marvel Legends has done, with like Tony Stark in his suit in front, and he's got his arms stretched wide, like showing off the Jericho missile.
Love it.
And it's one of my favorite shelves because it's so well organized.
That's awesome.
I also like to collect, and I say this vaguely,
Yes.
transforming oddities.
Oh.
So like things that may or may not necessarily be Transformers official brand product,
Of
but
course.
stuff that transforms and is weird.
So
Like
like you'll have the transforming Jesus Christ on the cross thing.
that would be probably an appropriate thing for this collection. I've got the transforming Batman from MMC. I've got the Nemesis Prime that turns into a pen, which I actually used in college. I've got the Donald Duck. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a Nemesis Prime that turns into a pen,
I love it.
functional pen. Um, there is. I've got Draculus up there. I've got a lot of the crossovers up there. There's an Iron Man that isn't part of the Marvel Transformers crossovers line.
Yeah.
It is just a transforming Iron Man that turns into an axe.
Yeah.
It's a weird toy.
What does he turn into an axe for? Or is he just flying around as axe?
He honestly, he could be
Yeah.
just a giant axe, and then the axe head spins.
No. That is awesome.
It's the weirdest thing. And 5-2 Toys, Beast Box, and Mega Box.
Oh sure.
I love those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even my fiance, she'll be like, "Have you got any of those that we can bring out for decoration around the apartment?" And there are so many different kinds. They're such pretty colors, and there are ones that are good for spring, and ones that are pastel, and ones that are adorable, and ones that are cool. And I mean, they really just satisfy for everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. I think
Yeah.
Sheep did a video on Beastbox, but that's probably my only introduction of them, other than seeing them occasionally on Amazon.
Mm. My introduction to them was uh Comic-Con 2017.
Yo.
They had a booth there, and I think it was like their first year of product, and I was quite spend happy,
Mm-hmm.
as one tends to be at Comic-Con.
Of course.
And I was like, what is this? I need to know everything about this. These are adorable. These are so cool. And so like I tried to stop myself. I tried to talk some sense. I said, okay, Cam, listen. You spend enough on Transformers. You spend enough on Marvel, on Star Wars. Just, maybe you don't have to step into another toy line. Kind of pleading with myself.
Yeah.
But then I bought one that was a clear blue ape, because I
Yes.
thought, okay, this can have a place in my Transformers collection
His
as
gorilla.
the soul of Optimus Primal after he's transcended to the Allspark or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was so good that the next day I came back and I said, I need more.
You need more. Yeah, that's how it goes usually. That's hilarious
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. So I've been keeping up with them pretty consistently for the past few years, and it's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Going to chat. Yes. Greek Central Station. Get that Galactic Man, like for reals. Like so I don't know if it's still a thing, but on Amazon no one bought Galactic Man, even though like I'd argue he has like a better like deco in my opinion than the original Siege Shockwave. Get him. He's usually on sale cheaper than leader price. I got mine for like $25. Um, so like, yeah, no, I'm gonna like as soon as this is done and I have enough money, I'm going to buy him and immediately convert him just to add to my animated legacy shelf.
Yeah, he's a clean looking toy.
Oh yeah. Like even outside of the Toyhax and stuff, super good. Also, I should point out, not sponsored today, by the way. This is I just genuinely really like Cam, so I asked him to come on and just talk about his stuff. When I tell you to, hey, you should go buy Toyhax, you should just buy Toyhax.
Yeah.
If you want like a taste for it and you have Bombshell, Freels, jump on that 1 cent Bombshell repo label. Super cheap, super cool. It's nice.
A little gift from us to you, just our way of saying thank you.
Well done. That is beautiful. Oh, that. All right. So we got into your personal. We got into more things when it comes to Toyhax in general. Let's see here. I want to talk. So you, outside of even you like your job and stuff like that, Toyhax, you upgrade your figures a lot. Like if you follow Cam on Twitter, you'll know he'll just post things of like, yeah, I figured out I can fit a bendy wire in here and now it works better. What would you say is like your personal favorite? Like, oh man, this is a great upgrade outside of Toyhax.
Things that like I've kit bashed myself or like other products out there.
It's stuff you kit bashed yourself. If it involved other products, then sure.
Because there is one clear winner.
Okay, what's up?
Let's see. I want to say it was like 2011. I spent 2 years on and off making a custom Blitzwing.
Yeah. That
is a kit bash of the, I want to say it's like the deluxe Seeker mold.
Sure.
With Movie Brawl, the deluxe Movie Brawl.
Oh.
It functionally transforms between all 3 modes. It hides the wings away. The turret can be used as a flight stand, and it can come off because it's on a magnet. It's a custom that I don't know if it has any place in my collection anymore because there are so many, much better Blitzwings, but it's too precious to let go. So I keep it like in its own small acrylic display cube.
That's awesome.
In my office.
I remember my first, like, I was young, of course. I was maybe like 11. I saw somebody on YouTube. He made like a Terminator out of sawing up like one figure and then gluing like a skeleton to it and painting it. I think like in hindsight, that's where a lot of my painting stuff come from. But like, there's just a certain amount of magic when you realize that, oh, I can just make the thing I want, and it's good. Yeah.
I tell you, every time I learn a new process for how to paint something or how to fix something,
oh yeah,
I feel closer and closer to godhood. I'll spend some time in my office or my studio, and I'll learn something and I'll figure it out and I'll get really good at it, and then I'll open the door all dramatically, like smoke comes out of the room, and I'll step into the living room where my fiance is, and I'll say, "I am become God."
I love that. That is hilarious.
It is such a gratifying feeling to have a little bit of know-how to be able to change or even fix some minor inconveniences in your toys.
Oh yeah. I remember for a bit there before I got into the Warhammer thing, a lot of my thing was just fixing toys that I got from thrift stores and stuff. It was a fun time. Oh, lovely. All right. So I think that we should go into audience questions. And then after that, I must pick your brain about the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Absolutely.
So, audience questions we have. This first one is from Assault Wolf. How do you come up with your ideas for repro labels, and what do you think is the best set that you made?
Um, well, let's see. Usually, I come up with sets for repro labels if I'm fiddling around with the toy.
Mm-hmm.
And um, by the way, by far, whenever I have a toy in hand, when I get to make a sticker set, that's when I'm really at my best work. Like
Sure.
all of the pistons are really firing because you have the opportunity to fiddle with it in ways that it's not meant to be fiddled with,
Mm-hmm.
such as that siege sound wave.
Yeah.
Um, I would not have been able to figure out a lot of those things if I had not been able to fiddle with the toy beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So, doing all kinds of fan modes and just kind of seeing where the toy takes you, I guess.
Sure.
I realize that sounds a little artistically pretentious, but
We're pretentious here.
playtime
This is a safe
where
space for
the-
pretentious.
Oh, sure. Playtime, I guess, like it needs to be born out of a place of fun if you want to be able to convey that fun or give that fun to somebody else.
Yeah.
So that always works. A lot of the times it's like just a lizard brain recognition. Blue robot look like other blue robot.
Love it.
I make him now.
It looks like Mario. Can we do the Mario?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. And to answer the second part of that question, I think we touched upon that. That was the SS-44 Optimus Prime for your best set that you worked on, correct?
Yeah, I think that's probably a safe bet to carry over that answer.
Awesome. Number 2 is from Mr. Nitpicker. What are some of your favorite references or Easter eggs that you put into a label?
Well, let's see. There, aside from the ones that we've already mentioned, because
Sure.
those were great.
Yes.
There was another one that we didn't talk about in Cybertron Metroplex.
Okay.
That is a propaganda poster of Cybertron Galvatron.
No.
And it
Here, let's
says
see.
enemy behind his head.
Do you know if it's on the here, let's see if we can find it.
I don't know where they put it in the photo map.
Yeah. That's the thing, like sometimes things just don't make it to the photo map, I'm noticing.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing it here. But so we got a propaganda poster on here.
Yeah, that was really good.
That's awesome.
Oh, on Siege Red Alert,
I
put a post-it that you can fold that says "Kick me."
You did not.
I did.
Bro. Here, let's see.
There it is.
Oh, is it here? Where?
Yeah, it's on his back.
Here, let me see. Oh, I see that. Bro, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And I wanted it to lift a little bit like a post-it does. Yeah. So you actually there's a piece below the words that folds back over, so just the top of that post-it
that's smart.
is actually sticky.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
Thank you.
That's adorable, by the way. That's hilarious. All right. Second one from Mr. Nitpicker was, how long does it usually take after a figure releases to decide whether or not they are getting a set for Toyhax?
Well, it doesn't always happen after a figure releases.
Mm-hmm.
There are some times when just the photos come out, and I mean it's usually around the same time as everybody else sees something for the first time.
Sure.
But even then, like I'll give you an example. Nothing's been. I can't say anything that has or hasn't been done.
Yes.
But I'll give you an example of something that I could do.
Yes. Okay.
Those pictures of Chromia just came out.
Oh yeah.
From Pro.
Yeah.
that is a toy that we probably would be able to just take those photos and say, okay, we could probably start at least the concept stage from this,
Uh-huh.
and we have the toy, we have the mold already.
Hmm.
That's probably something that we could at least get, a foot in.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because Legacy Prowl already exists, so you can just.
Right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's a. Oh wow. Okay.
So it really helps. I mean,
Sure.
when you think about the sheer volume of sets that we could do,
Hmm.
I mean, it is amazing that we get done as much as we do. I wish we could cover every toy
Sure.
because I want to sticker the entire world. Um, Almost every toy in my collection is stickered
Yeah.
in some way. Um, it's just there is not enough time in the day to be
Sure.
able to sticker everything. I wish
Yeah.
we could. But yeah,
Wow.
so it's really deciding more along the lines of what can we manage
Sure.
and what is beyond our capabilities.
Yeah.
Because if we can, we usually do,
Awesome.
or we
And
usually want to.
yeah. Next question is from Anthony Stinnett. Excuse me if I pronounce that wrong. At Twitter for at RedStang94. What are some tips and tricks you can give to applying Toyhax stickers? Can anything be applied, such as soapy water to help the position, or move around stickers to ensure proper placement right now? Thanks in advance.
Mm, that is an excellent question.
Hmm.
The first thing I'd say is on my YouTube channel, I made a short 3-episode series
Sure.
that shows how I take a vintage G1 Starscream,
Yes.
strip it of its stickers,
Uh huh.
give it a good clean, and then apply repro labels to it.
Gotcha.
Um, in that process, by the way, since we're talking about it now, I'll just go ahead and plug that my YouTube name is Camzilla51. It's the same as my Twitter handle.
Love it.
Most places anywhere. But it is a very comprehensive step-by-step process of what I like to do. That said, there are some things that I've learned in the meantime. I love to use super fine tweezers.
Yes.
The kind that I usually use, I bought in like an electronics repair kit from Amazon.
Yeah.
They're just handy for a whole bunch of other uses, especially if you want to do like little eye labels.
Hmm.
It is good to have that extra little grip and ability to manipulate the label into where you want it to go.
Hmm.
As for adhesion on the toy, usually, I mean, I don't typically have this problem, but usually you want to try and make sure that it's oil free.
Yeah.
If you need a little bit of extra help on that, sometimes you can use a little Clorox wipe or a little rubbing alcohol if you're quick about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you don't want to linger because that could take off some paint, right?
Yeah.
Just enough to really clean it off. And the reason I say rubbing alcohol over something like Clorox is because Clorox can leave a residue.
Yeah.
And you want no residues. Rubbing alcohol evaporates. And it really helps to cut those oils and greases.
Oh yeah.
Also, the lower the concentration, the safer. Really.
Got it. Yeah, of course.
Of course. 30% is probably as high as I would go for just a cleaning job.
Oh yeah.
Also, keep them nice and dust free.
Oh yeah.
Of course, dust will, come into the equation.
Hmm.
For me personally, I am allergic as hell to dust.
Sure.
So I keep all of my toys in cabinets that have doors on them.
Yeah.
Glass doors. And then that way, I hardly ever have to worry about the dust.
Sure.
So that is one way that you can mitigate that. I should also say that when applying the labels, one of the cool things about the way that we make them and I'm also keeping as much as is necessary proprietary.
Yeah.
But we have adhesive on our labels that is it's the kind of adhesive that is pressure activated.
Mm.
So when you are lining it up with an area, I'd say start with a corner and hold that corner down with your thumb. And then you've still got the rest of the label on the knife or on the tweezers that you're using. And then you can pivot the rest of the label around that place where you've already stuck it down on your thumb, right?
Yeah.
And it can still pivot because a lot of that is free and hasn't grabbed onto the toy yet. Um, our materials are very forgiving,
Yeah.
whether it's foil or vinyl. If you need to, peel it up a couple times, like it is forgiving enough to do that for
Oh
you.
yeah.
Which, I mean, I've been playing a lot of stickers in my life, and Toyhax. I mean, if this is again, they are paying me, but they're not paying me to say this.
Yes.
Toyhax is by far the best quality stickers that I've ever had the pleasure of handling.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Easy.
so so you can have a few chances to make sure that you line it up exactly how you like it, and then press down firmly, and it should be good.
Love it.
Did I answer
Fantastic.
the full question?
I believe you did. They were mostly just asking for help on that because they mentioned something about soapy water, but I believe you cover that with the sort of rubbing alcohol.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. I would say soapy water if you're it sounds like it might be in the context of like water slide decals.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use any water or soap in this process.
No.
Um Usually you'd use those kinds of things if you're trying to get off labels.
Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. Well, that is
Mhm.
all from user questions. Before we cut out, I just have to say. So, what were your thoughts on the Lightyear movie?
Okay.
Yes.
I I think how do I phrase it? I'll just go general. I loved the Lightyear movie.
Sure.
I was so looking forward to it. It came out right around my birthday. It looked like a movie that was made specifically for me.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't returned to it
Mm-hmm.
too much now and then, but it is a very good resource for design language.
Oh yeah.
Oh. The way that they did Zurg and all of the spaceships and Buzz's armor, they're masterclasses in sci-fi design. Oh my god. Like the way that they write in all of the little caution labels, that is school for me.
That's awesome. No, I mean, one of the big things that drew me to the Lightyear movie, outside of the actual movie, of course, was just the designs of all the mechanics and stuff. I thought specifically when it came to Zurg and the robots, ah, so good. I mean, the one thing I'm sad is that they did not make like any good toys of those figures, and it makes me
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, me too. I've
Hmm.
got a few of them, and they're definitely in the spirit of Toy Story, like play forward.
Yeah,
Uh, I do wish that they had like some good 6-inch scale, like really nice action figures, but that is par for the course for Disney's product lines.
yeah, yeah. It
Bit of a bummer.
definitely. I know they made like I think it was a Japanese toy company, but I know that they made like a really nice Zurg figure, but it was like way out of my price range at that time. I think it was like $150 or something. But basically
Oh
one of
yeah.
those very nice like mecha like something like in Solo Chigoken or something like that.
Whoa, I gotta look that up.
Oh yeah, no, I mean if I can find it, I'll throw it at you.
Sure.
All right. I think that's about time for us today. Thank you all for joining us here at Mind Goblins. Thank you, Cam, for coming on the show. Is there any final
Totally.
thoughts you'd like to touch upon before we leave everyone for today?
No, just to say thank you everybody for tuning in, and it has been an absolute pleasure.
Awesome. And thank you, My Fawny Rose, for following. Stay tuned because on Friday we will be interviewing illustrator friend of mine, Scribbling Chimp. And basically just talking about his new animation stuff coming out. Yeah, socials. Cam, would you like to plug anything?
Sure. My Twitter is Camzilla51, CAMZILLA 51. That is pretty much everywhere. YouTube is there. I've got a TikTok that I
Mhm.
don't I don't post too often.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you type in Camzilla51 wherever, and you might find me.
Sure. For the show, also, like I said, non-sponsored by Toyhax. Get a Toyhax something and see if you like it, because legitimately fantastic labels, and they really elevate the figures. You can get Legacy Bombshell for a cent today, right now. Go to toyhax.com. Non-sponsored. Hey, but you could sponsor me, Toyhax. Just saying. Um, Going into the show stuff, you can go down and click on the Kitangu from Web of Shadows 2007, donate some stuff to the show. With that money, all the money goes basically just into more. Like for now, I want to like actually afford a real logo for one because this is just text. Um, Other things is you can follow us on YouTube because we will be uploading this in its entirety and later down the line an edited version for convenience to watch after the stream. Other things are you can sub to the Patreon and have your questions put in for stuff early, and also have a say on who we interview the next couple weeks. And you just be putting more money into the show and keep us trucking. Yeah. Thank you everybody for showing up today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you all on Friday.
Bye, everybody.